God, I wasn't expecting a cactus to make it stop dead. Ooh. Hello everybody and welcome to a game from my childhood called Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition Remix. Today we're going to be trying to go another 100 kilometers and I've made a decision regarding the lemon, which is what I've been calling the van. The van is going to stay with us unless we find a functioning bus. And if we find a bus, we're going to be making a road fortress out of that bus. So, don't get too attached to the van, because there is a possibility that it's going to go away. Now, I need to address my distance driven, which is currently 364 kilometers, but when we get into the game, you're going to find that my actual drive time on the odometer on the car is 303. I'm not entirely sure why the main menu title says 364, but it might have something to do with me experimenting with mods, because I'm getting ready to start showcasing mods again. The problem with showcasing mods is that I no longer have Rundon's special content creator trainer that he gave to me 2 or 3 years ago that allows me to use it right out of the box. To prevent people from absolutely cheesing the game with the trainer, there is a requirement that you travel at least 1,000 kilometers before it will work. So, I don't have it, which means I probably accidentally put a few extra kilometers onto my game driving around looking for the items that I wanted to find before ultimately abandoning that idea because it was just a futile mission. So, instead, we're going to continue with the main series until I hit 1,000 kilometers, at which point I'm going to start showcasing mods again. There are 1 or 2 that I have planned that I can do before I hit that limit, but for now, let's get back into it. There is a trailer here, and it's a shame that we can't take it with us because it's missing a wheel. Oh, there's a tire here. Is there a rim somewhere? Wait a minute. Don't I have a wheel on the back of my van? There's a wheel on the... Do I have a tow hitch? I don't have a tow hitch on the van. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. By the way, guys, if you are into this series and you also own The Long Drive, a legitimate copy of The Long Drive, there is a Long Drive Discord server that you can join. Just saying. I believe you can join from the menu screen in the game. 50-something thousand members in there. Is bigger than Muya's server, which is surprising. I never thought I'd be part of a server that was bigger than Muya's. Modding Muya's server is crazy enough. I know that it's kind of what you sign up for with a game that's literally called The Long Drive. But what do you guys think about these episodes that are actually mostly just driving? Are you okay with them? Would you rather it be more random like before? I mean, the random is coming. Trust me, it is. But I've never been to the end of the road before. I am one of the first creators for The Long Drive, as far as I know. Like, I have to imagine that I was at least in the first 20 people to upload for The Long Drive. And I've never been to the end of the road. Isn't that weird? I find that really weird. And I finally want to get there. I'm determined to get there. To see the end of the road, the end of the game. I mean, I know it's not developed yet. Like, at this point, you know, you kind of just finish the game, but I want to do it. I want to finish the game. So, I hope you guys stay with me for that journey, because it's going to be a good time. Especially if we find a bus. I will be kind of sad to let this go, though, this thing that we've built. And I will definitely preserve a save file that has this van the day that we do abandon it. And I will make the save file publicly available on my Discord server. So you can get in and you can have some fun with the lemon, as it was when it left the series. So, on that episode, make sure that you join the Discord. And you will be able to play on my save with this vehicle. And it'll be a good time. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. If I do find a bus, I might install one mod. The whole idea of this series was not only to get me to the end of the road finally, but also to showcase the game without any mods. The only mods that I have installed are Elon and a cat.
Yes.
Yes. And... hang on. Is that a garage out there? And let's see what we can get. Let's see. Put this away. Alright. Alright, there's like 3 pallets in here. I want to try something with these pallets. Bear with me. It's going to be a little weird. Oh boy! Is this the shotgun? I believe we have rounds for this. Right? Oh. Reload. Ho 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 ho, baby! Ooh! That's what we call a gun. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back on the road. Alright, we're just passing midnight. We're getting into 1 o'clock 1 a.m.? Yeah, we're getting into 1 a.m. What is this? Is that the diner? Oh my god, I just left the... Oh, but it's incomplete. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Whoa. That would have been a perfect vehicle spawn if it was complete. 4 beautiful headlights. Amazing find. Watch this. Bam. Fuel tanks full with water. Alright everybody, I finished surveying this diner for equipment. And look what I've done here. Did I do this on purpose? No. But that's kind of what makes it amazing, isn't it? Got another refrigerator up here now. For, I don't know, food, I guess. The bed's been moved. It's sideways now. And then we have this. Thanks to that Plymouth Fury on the roof, which had a full kit of headlights, we now have 4 forward lights here, and I put baskets on the roof and pop flashlights in them to give us some nice roof lighting. Let's get back on the road. Oh, right. I also put a bunch of cleaning supplies on this side. Can you imagine if we crashed this thing at like an extreme speed? Stuff is just gonna go everywhere. There's no way I'm gonna be able to find it all. Oh, it might happen, guys. The crash might happen. She's getting a little wiggly. I think it's because of our speed. Okay, brakes, 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 brakes. Brakes, brakes. Ooh. Oh my god. Saved it. How you guys? How'd you guys like that save? What's that? I was like, oh, well, the only building I'm gonna stop for now is the cemetery house. Did it literally just spawn one in? No, that's spooky house. Okay, good, 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 good. Let's go. Alright, I've trimmed down the build just a little bit. Got rid of that extra refrigerator on the top. This bed will go to eventually, once we find better things to put up there. Drop, baby, drop, baby, drop. Drop all your love on me, drop, baby, drop, baby, drop. Drop 'cause I'm hungry. Man, this uphill is just killing my travel time, man. But at least I can make it up the hill. Woo! Why is this pallet so low? I'll have to fix that later. Not right now, though. If I let off the gas, I'm screwed. So what do you think all these watchtowers are, guys? What lore do you think they have? Me? I think they kind of look like Firewatch towers, to be honest. So I feel like this might have been like a forested area before the apocalypse, like an actual like forest, like something like Red Rock Canyon or something. So this would have been like the forests surrounding the Red Rock Park. And that's why those watchtowers are there, because they are Firewatch towers. Or lookout stations, you know? That's my belief. I think Firewatch towers are a little more ornate, like you can actually like live in them. They're like little apartments. But at the same time, this would have been the 1980s? Late 1970s? Here's a picture of a late 1970s, early 1980s Firewatch tower on screen. Keep in mind while I'm commenting this, I don't know what it looks like because I haven't looked it up yet. So if I'm close, wow, look at my brain. If I'm really, really far off, sadness. Only editor Octo will know. Recording Octo has no idea how far off base that assumption is. So the fun thing about the long drive is that the camera sits on a constant x-axis. So you can always just sit on the side of your van like this, or your car like this, and then use the camera to determine how steep of an incline or how sharp of a hill you're going up or down. So unfortunately, if I shift manually, it brings up the corresponding item in my inventory. Which, that's not good. The hell? Alright, so quick update. I tried to use manual shifting mode in order to get around the issues with the uphills, and it works. But manual shifting mode has its own issues too. For example, The manual shifting mode uses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 for you to shift. So while you're shifting, you're also subsequently bringing up the items in your inventory. So what I tried to do was stash all of my inventory items on the sides of the van, which created a physics issue. Then I got attacked by a rabbit, which got stuck in the fender of the van, which wouldn't allow me to drive anymore. So I had to reload the autosave, but the autosaves are so frequent that it was after the rabbit got stuck in the van. So it's been an adventure. But reloading the game fixed everything. So, if you ever find yourselves in the middle of a physics disaster in this game, just reload, you'll be good. Whoa! Damn. That poppin'. Oh. That's bad. Yeah, can I have that back, please? Thanks. Can it... There we go. Uh-oh.
My eyes are not working well, but I can still see you, you ugly stranger.
Oh! The long drive taketh away, and the long drive giveth. As you can see, and as you witnessed, we got into a truly horrific accident when this little building popped in while I was going Mach 37 down the desert. But there's a bus here, and I believe I still have diesel fuel. Unfortunately, that collision has glitched the van, and I don't believe it's usable anymore. I've had to reload the save several times, and it's still not quite what it should be. There's a possibility. Did I just drink this? This is gas. I don't have diesel on me. Oh, you know what? These are gonna be diesel. Right there. Oh. For fuck's sake. Stop drinking gas. Alright, so it's been a little bit. I've been trying to decide what to do next. As you saw, we just had quite a horrific car accident with the van. And there's a bus here. I've been weighing my options. Taking the bus versus continuing on with the van. And, let's fix the van. Oh, God. Alright. There's a lot that broke on that collision. Luckily, I think I have, like, all the parts and things. Close that. Look at the sliding door. So in the time that I cut out, first of all, it took me quite a while to reload the game in a way where the van would stop sinking into the ground. Because regardless of which action I decided to take, I would have needed my stuff from the van. So I needed to get it to stop sinking first. I did that successfully. Loaded up all the diesel and the oil into the bus. And then started transferring everything over. You know, the whole idea being, yeah, we got a new ride. Yeah, we got the battle bus we were talking about. You know, yeah, the long drive. Woohoo. But oh, when I started working on it, I don't know. It wasn't as cool as I thought it was gonna be, you know? We may be missing some pieces, though. The problem is here that we seem to have lost the odometer, which is extraordinarily important for what we're doing. I could take the one out of the bus, but that'll require me to install another mod. Give me a second. All right. For the purposes of this series, I've added a mod to the game. This is called Consistent Odometers by Sergeant Joe. It was released in February of 2023, and it synchronizes all of the odometers in the game to the mileage on your save file. This will be necessary now that I've lost the van's original odometer. Hey, hey, hey! Where you going? What the? I need your odometer! Damn it! God, I wasn't expecting a cactus to make it stop dead. Ooh! Bro, really? God. Stop moving. Stop moving. Stop moving. Stop. 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 For God's sake. I'll come back for that. God damn it. Why is it still going? Oh, because it has inner wheels. For God's sake, now I gotta go back and get my door. Okay, I need this. That's not the odometer, that's the other one. Yeah. Perfect, the mod is working. Might as well replace the other one too. Ah. This is, it keeps the bus's fuel reading. So it shows that I'm like almost out of fuel instead of having a full tank. Wait, what? That's my odometer. What just happened? Whatever. Now I have no idea how much gas I have. today's been an adventure, that's for sure. We're not even close to the goal of the episode. Like, the instance of my odometer reload, because, like, okay, this odometer was missing, wasn't it? Or in the crash, did it, like, pop out of the car and end up in the basket? I mean, stuff was flying everywhere. I guess that's possible. I'm using the bus odometer because it was so hard for me to get it, okay? Don't judge me. Man, you take your eyes off the road for 1 second and you're like 30 miles off the road. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, well, this was an advantageous place to crash. Look at that. Man, a lot has happened in this recording. For the first time, I might have to end the episode before I hit the mileage goal. Okay, I should own the house now. Let's scavenge. Alright, so I know you guys are wondering, because it's been a lot of consecutive long drive videos now, and that's just because I'm really enjoying playing the long drive at the moment. I'm sorry if it's not your cup of tea, but Car P is coming back. I have another episodes of Car P in the works, and then we're also going to start playing a game called My Garage, because I was talking to Gehalis, and apparently he voices one of the characters in there, which reminded me that the game existed, and those of you who have been part of the channel for a while might remember that I played that game once, and I'm very interested to see how it has advanced since then. There must be a guy here. Three? Okay, I've got 2 shots loaded. Hey, buddy. You good? Oh, he's not violent.
Is there no one
That's fine with me. I don't. Oh. Hey, I was gonna give you a chance.
I can still see you.
The others will kill you.
I'm sure they will. I think this is a good time to work on rebuilding the van. We've even got some spare van parts here.
Meow.
Huh?
Meow.
What? Elon? Elon?
Meow.
Meow. What? What the heck is this? Hello?
Meow.
Oh. Okay. How are you?
Meow.
Oh. Hi. You good?
Yes.
Huh?
I mean. Meow.
Okay. Well, I guess we're taking that with us now. Hope he's car accident proof.
No. I mean. Meow.
Okay. Interesting. Alright, everybody. Welcome back. As you can see, we've changed up our design a little bit. I've cut down the one pallet that was sticking up off the back because when it was loaded, it was too heavy to lift up into that position, which makes it functionally useless. We don't need just a random pallet if we can't use it on the van, right? The refrigerators have finally been straightened out. They're not straight completely, but they're better than they were. We've got a thing of blood on the front here now, don't know why. And now the entire upper platform is available for us to bring stuff up here and throw on top. So without the bed, we have more storage space, which makes more sense. And I had to replace one of the refrigerators and the pallets, so it's a good thing that there were extra ones in this garage, because this turned into this disaster somehow. They're not only stuck together, but they seem to have also gotten welded to the floor, so I can't really move them anymore. So that was the thing that happened. But I think we are we're ready to go. All right, Cat, are you ready?
Meow.
Okay. I'm still not convinced that you aren't Elon.
No.
You're not Elon.
No.
You're just using the same voice.
Yes. I mean. Meow.
Okay. I don't think I'm going to believe that until I see you and Elon in the same place.
Meow.
Okay. Do you want me to assign you a different voice than Elon's? Because I can do that.
Yes. I mean. Meow.
Okay. I'll next recording, yeah? I'll get you your own soundboard. What is your name, by the way?
Meow.
Cactus. I'm gonna call you Cactus. Is that good?
Yes.
Okay. Oh my god. Yes. This is exactly what we needed. A melee weapon for when we do run out of bullets. I didn't know the guns were that long range. Holy crap. Can we push these open? I never tried. Alright. We found a few interesting things in that house. I got some more ammunition and stuff. I also tried putting this bike on top of my van, but I guess because it's considered a vehicle and not an object, it won't stay on top of the van. So it looks like physics locking's not possible for this thing, although it would have been very nice to bring with us, because as you can see, this doesn't need fuel. It's a very good emergency runabout vehicle if you need to go and like retrieve something, or if you run out of gas, you know. I mean, it does itself have an engine. I don't know if this one has fuel in it. I don't think it does. And of course it has its own headlight, which makes it a very versatile little thing that I wanted to take with me. But unfortunately, it looks as though physics locking does not apply to vehicles. So we're gonna have to go ahead and leave it behind, which is very unfortunate, but that's just the way it go. I mean, I could try disassembling it, I guess, and throwing it on the racks. Whoa! You want to do the thing? Alright. Alright, everybody, this has been a rather ridiculous episode of The Long Drive. A lot of recording hours on this episode just because of interruptions and issues. Not on the game side. Maybe one or two of the issues were actually the fault of the game, but most of them were just things happening in real life while I was trying to record, which is fine. It happens, you know how it goes. So I'm gonna take a little break from The Long Drive, get some of the other channel content out now. We're gonna see another episode of Car P, and we're gonna start My Garage, which Helios reminded me exists, because he apparently got the job of voicing one of the characters in that game, so that's gonna be cool. Yeah. But for now, we're gonna leave off here. Thank you for joining me on this absolutely crazy episode of The Long Drive. Don't know how I'm gonna edit this thing together, but that's for me to figure out. Shotgun ammo? Oh yes. Gotta love it. I need a basket. Sure, we'll put it in here. We put it in here? Oh, okay. Shotgun ammo. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.